Welcome to the Digital Maddy Show. This is a platform where I share my knowledge on how to record an amazing video, create your personal brand, and build your online business with ease and comfort with social media marketing. I also invite many influencers and digital marketers on this show and ask amazing questions to extract their secrets of business, which can help you in your business and life. Let's get started with your host. Hi. My name is Mitthyl and I'm a YouTube and video podcast expert, and I help aspiring video influencers to record the podcast and video and make sales through video marketing. We have an amazing guest on our show. He is into branding and designing. He's from Australia. He's already into the studio. Let's welcome him. So welcome Jeremy to the show. Let me introduce him. He is the brand identity designer and content creator from Sydney, Australia. He is known for his transparent, helpful, and positive personality, as well as creating practical content and courses that help launch beginners into creative industry. I'm personally following his profile on Instagram, and I'm a big fan of him. He has over 1.2 million views on YouTube with over 281 videos recorded, and has taught more than 32,000 students on Skillshare, and has a following of 43K on Instagram. So congratulations, Jeremy, and it's our honor to have you on the show.
Thanks so much, mate. Really appreciate it. I'm happy to help out and come on the show, and I'm looking forward to it. Thanks so much for having me.
Great, Jeremy. So Jeremy, let me ask you one of my favorite questions. What's your favorite quote or a line that motivates you on a daily basis?
Great question. There's so many things that I get inspired by and quotes that I live by. And, I think one quote that I love the best, and it's from Jesus. He says, "It is better to give than to receive." And I truly believe that if you live a life of giving, then, what tends to happen is you'll be more fulfilled, you'll bring joy to others, and you'll bring joy to yourself. So it's always better to give than to receive, and always take. And I feel like you will have a better life.
Awesome, Jeremy. And I have seen all your profiles. You walk the talk, the code that you have just mentioned. You prefer to give a lot of content just for free, and encourage people to go and join the journey of creativity and build a proper brand. So great, Jeremy, for that.
Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. I love what I do, and I love helping others.
Absolutely. So Jeremy, can you share your backstory with us?
Yeah, sure, definitely. So I started getting into design in high school, and then I went to university. So I did a 2-year bachelor's degree in graphic design. I finished at the end of 2015. And then in 2016, at the start of it, I launched my personal brand, and I started doing courses. I started doing YouTube, started teaching, creating products, working with clients. I've also been freelancing since 2013, 2014. So I've actually made money doing freelancing on the side. I've worked with both local clients and international clients as well, mainly for brand identity projects. I'm getting into brand strategy now, which is really cool. And I'm also doing coaching now, which is awesome. So I've been doing a lot of this stuff for about 5-6 years now. And I love what I do. I love designing. I love being creative and just teaching other designers to, be great at what they do at their craft. But yeah, that's how I started. And now I run my business full time from home. It's really great. And I have multiple income streams, which is really, really cool. And yeah, it's great. And I'm planning to expand very soon and grow. So I love it. It's so much fun.
Awesome, Jeremy. Awesome. So I am, very eager to ask you a couple of questions related to branding and much more. So the first question, Jeremy, is why branding is so important in online business?
Yeah, so branding is very key because the thing is, at the end of the day, in order to build an audience, in order to connect with a person, you need a strong brand. And if your brand does not look professional, if it's not connecting, if it's not drawing attention from people, then what's going to happen is you're not going to build that relationship. You're not going to build trust. And if you don't have trust, people are not going to buy from you, because people only buy with people who they know, like, and trust, right? So having a strong brand makes that connection with people, and it builds that trust, and it builds your image. It builds your credibility. It also helps build that brand equity. So over a long period of time, if you're building that personal brand, then it's going to help you in the long term. So you got to see it as a long-term game. But branding, it's about positioning yourself as an authority, as a person or agency or brand that is actually helping people, that selling a product of value and creating value in the marketplace. So that's why I really think that, creating a brand that is disruptive and different and out there truly can make a difference and impact in whatever industry or country you're in.
Absolutely. So Jeremy, since you are into branding and designing, and you just shared, why branding is so important. So can you share quick tips on the essential elements which are required for designing?
Yeah, definitely. So in terms of like a brand identity, because branding itself is a gut feeling, a person's gut feeling about a brand, product, or service, right? So that's branding. If you're talking about brand identity, we're talking about the visual elements now. So some of the key elements obviously is like having a logo, having brand colors, having different patterns, having a different distinctive assets. So that could be a pattern, right? That could be a certain element or a shape or a form. It can be so many different things, right? So combining all these different elements can really help you. For example, on my Instagram account, I have a display picture, right? I have a certain cover images I use. I use certain 3D images I use as well for my content. So, and different textures and different elements and shapes. And that all adds to the brand identity experience. So when someone's encountering my page or my profile, they're having an interesting experience because my design is all standing out, right? And, the way I create stuff is all with the Adobe suite. You got Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, InDesign, all that stuff is really cool. And here's some other tools out there, like you got Procreate on the iPad, and you've also got Affinity Designer as well. So it doesn't matter what tool you use, but as long as you learn the fundamentals of design and creating a holistic approach to creating a brand, then it's going to create a big impact.
Awesome, Jeremy. So why do you think that logo speaks a lot for a company?
Well, to be honest, the way I see a logo, it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's literally just the first impression. But, you always judge a book by its cover. So when you go on the shelf at the bookstore, when you look at a book, if it's badly designed or doesn't look interesting or it doesn't create curiosity in you, you're not going to buy that book, right? So same thing for a logo. If the logo doesn't look professional, if it doesn't, have the essence of the brand, then you're not going to connect with your ideal target customer. So having a logo is great, but it's not the end of the world, right? So, you want it to be professional, you want it to look good, you want it to speak the voice of the company. But at the end of the day, it's all the distinctive assets put together that form that brand image, that form that brand in the mind of the consumer. And that's the key points here. But, majority of designers will start off doing logos and brand identities. And that's all right. That's a good place to start,
Absolutely. So in your introduction, Jeremy, you said that, you are a strong believer of having multiple sources of income. So is passive income essential along with your active income?
Yeah, so the way I see it, to be a true entrepreneur or business owner, it's really good to diversify your income. You've heard the saying that you don't put all your eggs in one basket, right? Because if you drop that basket, all your eggs are gone. So you want to put your eggs in multiple baskets, right? So the way you generate and build wealth or build, is to have multiple income streams. So at the moment, I have 6 income streams. It's really cool. I do coaching. I do teaching through courses. I sell products. I do affiliate marketing. What else do? I do client work, and I have a YouTube channel, so I make money from the YouTube ads. So that's a lot of income streams, but it helps my business. So because you don't want to limit yourself, right? So if you're just doing clients, you're sort of limiting yourself. But what if you started doing some products? Maybe you could create some templates, productize your service. And what's that going to do? It's going to help you generate some extra income. I'm not saying it's easy to build passive income because it does take time. It does take a lot of hard work to build the pipeline, right? These initial years of creating takes a lot of work. But once you get into the flow of it and you have a system, then it becomes easier down the road. But I feel like every designer should expand and start, having some sort of at least 2 income streams, because, having an active and having passive, it just frees you up to think about other ideas and gives you creative time to think about other things as well. So I think it's very important.
Wow, Jeremy. Now, the question that I want to ask, is very favorite to me because there is a whole lot of research gone on that. So when it comes to designing, color psychology plays a very important role. What do you want to say on that?
Color psychology. So there has been debate about this. To be honest, I think what I've recently learned is that color psychology is sort of a myth. It's actually all subjective, right? It's not, you can't really be, it's not objective. So the key thing, the way you pick color is you need to think on a few factors, and I'll give you a few things you can think about, right? So you need to think about the country, right? You need to think about the culture, the people. Where does your target audience live? What country? What culture? What traditions? What religions or beliefs that do they believe in? How are they brought up? What's their environment like? Does a color have different meaning? Because to us in Australia, the color red might mean danger or stop. But in other countries, it's something else. Like in China or Africa, it means something else, right? So, even for a funeral, we wear black, but other people, I think in Japan or somewhere else, they wear white. Like it's different. So you got to understand the culture, the people, right? Ask the right questions because they all play a factor in choosing color, right? And then also, women and men see differently, right? Based on perception and just the way their biology is built. But like, for example, I remember hearing a stat that like 50, the color, I think it's the color yellow, both 50% of men and 50% of women both like it. It's like a neutral color, right? But at the end of the day, it's all subjective, and you need to really focus on your brief and your client and the target audience. Focus on that, and base the decision on what colors you're gonna pick on that. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for your views. Loved it. And I truly, resonate with what you're trying to say, that we, based on our customer avatar and the place from where they belong, we need to choose the colors in right way. Absolutely. So Jeremy,
Awesome.
all the people who are trying to listen to this episode, if they want to connect with you, where can they connect?
Yeah, cool. So you can connect with me on Instagram at the Jeremy Mura. So you can follow me there. I give heaps of helpful tips on design, strategy, and business, which is really cool. I also have a website, jeremymura.com. You can check out my products and my shop there, and also my courses on Skillshare. Just search my name, Jeremy Mura, and also subscribe to me on YouTube. Just search Jeremy Mura Design, and that'll be really awesome. I'm always happy to help. So if you do have other questions, always happy to jump on the DMs and have a little chat. But really appreciate it.
Great, Jeremy. So all the links are available in the description. So do check out those links and connect with Jeremy on Instagram. He's an awesome guy, and I'm one of his true fan and follows all his posts. And he really gives an awesome value on each post that he delivers. Great, Jeremy. So Jeremy, before we end this session, would you like to say something to our viewers?
Yeah, sure. I like to say, believe that anything is possible, because anything is possible to the person that believes it. So don't doubt, don't fear, push those things away because they're just lies, and focus on your dreams and vision, because everyone has a calling, everyone has a gift in there, and it's your job to release that gift into the world, not for selfish desires, but to help people, to spread love, spread peace, and to build a better community and add value. So, you can accomplish anything that you set your heart to, set your mind to it, and you can do it. And I hope this encourages you. And yeah, guys, I just wish you all the best.
Awesome, Jeremy. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for being a guest on the show. It was our honor to have you, one of very finest designers on Instagram. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
Thanks, brother. Thank you so much for having me.
Great.
Cheers.
So you have just listened to the Digital Maddy Show with your host Mitthyl, and we have an awesome guest, Jeremy, who just gave an idea related to designing and branding. So thank you so much for listening to our show and giving so much love. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcast. And if you're watching this video on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is Mitthyl signing off at the moment. Until next time, keep rocking. Catch you to the next episode. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for being on the show again.
Thank you.